Okay, I think everything should be working fine, so let's start. My name is Hightech, of course, and on these live streams, I talk crypto, briefly explain what Hightech meme coin is, in between the lines, and give you my take on what is going on. 11 years of experience here, so I probably, know a thing or two after 11 years. So Jesus is king, and let's start. A quick look at how things are doing here. Is everything organized? But looks like it is. So let's go. Let's go, guys. If you have any questions, of course, let me know in the live chat. I'll be scanning it here, looking frequently at it, checking it frequently, so nothing escapes my attention. So, yeah, as you see, the altcoin market is actually doing very well last hour. We just closed Thursday daily candle. And on Bitcoin, I think it was red. I think it ended red. It was one of the largest red candle, one of the larger red candles in this downtrend here, as you see. And funny enough, very, very funny enough, literally here, right here, Andrew Tate got liquidated because he opened a long position and he got liquidated literally here. So that's a talent, I must say, right? And since then we are actually bounding. Apparently the market just went just for his liquidation, and he did not even open a big trade. But just market makers went for him, like for I don't know, a chicken with broken legs, something along those lines. And yeah, maybe that's literally the bottom of this downward move. I mean, that would be metrics there with a lot of sense of humor. And reality, generally speaking, has quite a lot of sense of humor. By the way, let me check if did I set with yeah, okay, just yeah. Apparently, I've said everything all right. The music you heard at the beginning was this one, System of a Down, Chop Suey. I don't know how to read it. That's what I don't like about English, that you have to know how to read it in order to read it. Like in that sense, it reminds me of Chinese. Like every single word has a sign. So yeah, but this is AI cover and a quite good one. Actually, I've listened to it for the whole day of today, and I really grew to like it. But yeah, speaking of what we can see in the charts, so the title of today's live stream is "It keeps going to zero." I told you, it will go to zero, right? Because Bitcoin keeps falling. But the thing is, I was not talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin obviously will not go to zero anytime soon, of course. One day, probably. But not I don't know, this month, next year, not even probably next decade. What I was talking about is Bitcoin dominance, right? This one over time. I mean, same as, I mean, this is to an extent directly correlated, of course, because if Bitcoin's value goes down, then naturally Bitcoin's dominance has to go down. Supposedly, in reality, not really, because if the crypto market outgrows Bitcoin by a far margin, then it will look like Bitcoin is shrinking against all of the rest that is growing, and here it will literally give the same effect, even if Bitcoin doesn't really evaporate that much of its price. But yeah, I really like that Thursday's red daily candle popped out here. This is what I wanted to see because for those that watched my last live stream, I mean this on my last live stream, this daily was green, right? It was actually around here at the time, which is funny enough because now we cannot even see uh, a week up how high it was. It was definitely much higher than this week indicates. And I was speculating that, okay, if this momentum continues, maybe we'll have a retest here and then we will roll over. That would be the worst possible scenario. But I don't think it will happen that way. Eventually, we will get a rejection from more or less level of this high, and that will be it, right? So it would look more or less like this. Why? Because I think Bitcoin dominance has enough of downward inertia to, finally give it all back. All what it took, what it has taken for so long. It has borrowed so much time, right? Because since we approached 57.2, I've been waiting for it to breach it, and instead it went on a very long 2 months 2 months trip, round trip. So, and it hasn't even fully come back yet. But we are on our way, back home. That's for sure. I'm 100% certain. I don't think we will see Bitcoin dominance coming back to levels this high anymore in the history. I think that's it. And yeah, once we break this 57.2, things probably will greatly accelerate. So be ready for that. 1st of December, we start QE again. I mean, Federal Reserve starts QE again. I don't think that they have withdrawn from that idea. So that historically speaking, that gives us 100% of hit rate that we are about to see finally a real altcoin season again. So it's been 4 years, way overdue, way overdue. If you told me in 2021 in November that for the next altcoin season we'll have to wait for 4 years, I would just, if you had told me that, I would have tell you that I would have told you that you're crazy. You're literally crazy. But here we are, and it happened. We had to wait literally that long, and there's still a chance it's going to extend even further, right? But I think that one is a very thin chance. Eventually, whenever December does not deliver, what I see very improbable by now. Eventually, the altcoin market will have to reduce quite significantly further, because here we have this, head and shoulders formation, which points, I mean, the target of this formation fully resolves at 2022 to 2023 bear market level. So that's like minus 55% reduction from where we at. And then we probably, after markets cools off, sooner or later it will have to, if that's the case, it will have to rally from there, right? So being that oversold, is unavoidable to see huge pumps left and right all over the space. But the market is severely oversold right now, so I don't really think that is possible, because this chart here is overblown. It's bloated. It's literally bloated because of let's say something what I call creative accounting, right? Because Othershot is composed of all of the coins that are listed on Binance, and Binance has been very selective with coins that are there. Last 2 years, they've been literally ejecting projects that did not perform, up to their expectations, that were not giving them enough volume. So that is why Othershot is is representing a little bit more of elite when it comes to altcoins. I mean, that elite that is included here influences it, let's say, distorts it a little bit too much. If you want a chart that is much more representative, then go to total E100, which unfortunately, if you don't have, probably, I haven't checked it, but I think if you don't have any higher tier of TradingView, of subscription on TradingView, then the basic plan probably will not see in full shape. I mean, the full history of it. So that's why I'm not even turning it on, because it shows just like recent couple of weeks. That makes no sense. But it's much more flat. It's much more flat than this one, right? It's literally like not like this, not that flat. It's literally like something among those lines, right? It didn't really progress since 2021. Just went flat, pretty much flat. A little bit of a pump here and there, and if you squint a little bit, squint your eyes a little bit, it looks like it's same zone going sideways. So that plus the sentiment that is absolutely face down, laying on the floor, on the ground, face down. To me, it makes it improbable. But I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not aware of a thing or two, and we'll see a resolution of this head and shoulders formation. Me, I'm giving it like maybe 10% of chance. So less than in a Russian roulette, right? If you play Russian roulette, you have around 17%. You will blow your head off. No one wants to play it, of course, even though the probability is that low. So here is lower, a little bit more comfortable, but I imagine you wouldn't play a Russian roulette even if it's down to 10% of probabilities. 10% below 50, generally speaking, below 50, that does not mean it never happens. It means that it just happens, every now and then. So obviously it can happen. But I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. Guys, if you have any questions, ask me in the live chat, of course. What the hell is going on here? Okay, I'll turn this one off because it will be eating up my connection, which I do not want to happen. Yeah, let's take a look at gold, because I haven't checked the gold. But you know what? Okay, gold is actually, but this is weekly, sorry. Yeah, but on the weekly is actually looking good. Yeah, it's not looking that bad, to be honest. It's going sideways, but it's not spiking up. So that's a takeaway for us from this situation, meaning that TradFi is not really panicking that much. But when you go over to SPYX, let's see, then probably it continues red. SPYX is tokenized version of SPY, which trades 24/7, and that's why it gives us a look into what's going on at TradFi, when they are not trading on their official exchanges. So yeah, yesterday as you see, it closed aggressively red. Right now it's trying to recover a little bit. But generally speaking, if it stays like this, then probably S&P 500 opens lower than tomorrow opens lower than today's close. So that could drive Bitcoin slightly lower too. But altcoins are, like I've been pointing out for a couple of days already, they start to show a little bit of a backbone, something that was nowhere to see before. So that's good. And DYM actually gave me a double, by the way. I got a plus 100% trade on it. Let me show it to you. And I've got no idea what it is. I'm too lazy to be checking, all of those coins, like what's the narrative and stuff, right? So here, give me plus 100%. It was a little bit of a late entry, but what they say. Don't judge the winner. One game is a one game. So yeah, I can't complain. I can't complain. Plus 100%. I had initial investment was withdrawn, and the remaining amount stayed in the trade. So from now on, whatever happens with this asset, I will still be in profit. Also, it can go on a huge rally from here, and then at literally zero risk anymore. I'll be benefiting from it. So, and to be honest, I think when we look at the weekly here, and we look how wimpy tiny this pump really was, right? Let me just show it to you. I don't know why this brush behaves like this. Okay, like that. Oh no, this is not good. This is not good. Let me do it a little bit more like this, like this. Maybe now it will look a little bit now. Still looks bad. Okay, let's just let's just erase it. Yeah, so it looks like this, right? It looks like this. This plus 100 monumental. It looks like a monumental trade, a monumental move up. When one of those coins, when altcoins get oversold, even monumental trades look like it was practically nothing. So yeah, if it recovers only a little bit of the value it once had, this market will see, like, I don't know, 1,000% growth from here, kind of territory. So yeah, that is why I think you should not shy away from the altcoin market right now, because it looks like it is at its ultimate bottom. I think, again, the chances for it are really, really high. That is really the case. Even I know, listen, I know what the sentiment is, right? I know it very well, because I run two YouTube channels. This is actually my small YouTube channel, very, very small. I have also one YouTube channel I run in my mother tongue, and that one's like six times larger than this one. And I feel the vibe, right? I feel the vibe. I feel how negative it is. By the way, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. I would greatly appreciate it if you don't ignore me. if you appreciate my content and my time I spent here with giving me a sub, or at least a like. And yeah. To be honest, I'm bullish. I'm bullish. Let's take a look at how Crypto Fear and Greed index is looking today. 15, same as yesterday. Okay, it hasn't changed much. That's interesting. All right. And what about perpetuals and liquidation map? Still large disproportion, yeah. Here's disproportion between the capital size that is trying to short the market against the one that is trying to long the market. And this is good news. This is good news for the bulls, not for the bears. Why? Because this is literally betting market. Futures market is betting market. So market makers now, what was the incentive for market makers? Well, to bet against the majority and pump the price. Simple as that. To win the bet. They can influence the outcome. Obviously, they will do it. They always do. So that's why I should never trade on futures market, because once you realize how it works, it becomes blatantly obvious You just simply must lose there. I recently asked Grok what is the percentage of accounts winning on Hyperliquid, so a decentralized derivatives exchange, and a statistic it gave me was 0.3 to 0.5% of accounts since 2023 are still afloat. Or they are winning big, or they are still afloat. So that's a terrible look of that side of cryptocurrency market. But yeah, I mean, what else did you expect? Literally, the deal is that market makers can easily influence the price, bet on the opposite end against you, and influence the price, because this market is really illiquid if you compare it to the stock market. So guys, don't forget about liking and subscribing. That always helps. I think this channel is not that bad, eh? I think it deserves more subs. So yeah, I'm quite curious, to be honest, how this one is going to influence us tomorrow. I'm not really sure how much more gas in the tank it has on bearish side of things, but probably because most of fears are related to AI market right now, and I don't really think AI market AI stocks are really out of air just yet, because AI is very difficult to estimate where it's let's say bubble territory, because it has so many applications, and the adoption of AI is really so low just yet. I mean, for now, of course. So the better the applications that allow you to use AI, the better they get, the more this industry grows, and the bigger is its capacity to actually sustain that growth. So I mean, for now, I think only, I don't know, programmers can use AI to its fullest. Let's say mere people have it much more difficult, because simply the software is simply just not there yet. But over time it will probably, let's say, get there, up to the required standard. And then who knows? And then maybe AI stocks will grow, I don't know, 100% from here, and don't really experience much of corrections. That is possible, believe me or not, because aside from being a trader, I'm also a software developer, and yeah, I use AI extensively, and I see how useful it is. It literally does the job of like 10 people for me. Normally, I would have to hire 10 people just to do that, and like this, it's literally this laptop, does all that work. So that's the value right there, right? I mean, it's very difficult to, let's say, I don't know, discuss it. So yeah, but that cracks me up where Andrew Tate got liquidated, to be honest. When I look at the Bitcoin chart, if we really turn around from here, that's so funny. The guy who got liquidated here. I mean, he opened a small position, but I mean, he's a multi-millionaire, and he opened a position for like, I don't know, $600 or something on leverage times 40, and then got stepped out here. But nonetheless, it's just funny, right? It's just funny because many people, follow his trades. He has a huge, community on Discord. I think it's a paid community. People pay like $50 a month there, and there's thousands of them. And they think he's like literally, I don't know, second coming of Jesus or something along those lines. So whatever he does, they try to um, follow suit. And in this case, it wasn't a bad, I mean, a good idea. Generally speaking, when someone has a large community and tells you what moves he is doing, and you can verify it, like for example, with James Wynn, uh, that gives a huge incentive for market makers to bet on the opposite end, right? Because again, they can move the market, right? They have a capital, they possess capital big enough to move the market and force the result of the bet. So if you don't understand things like that, I don't think you're very intelligent. And here I'm talking to this individual that lost a trade here. I mean, at least listen. If you want to have any sort of success with your trades, just don't do it from account that everyone knows it's your account. If you're famous, because otherwise the market will literally go for your liquidation point, and that's not smart. Like, do I have to even explain it? Come on. Um, you know what? Let me quickly turn it on because I would like to have it Rapidash. I think I would like to have it on screen. Rapidash.info or something like that it was called. My God, I have such a terrible memory for names. Okay, but I don't remember what was his address. Give me, let's ask Grok. Grok will tell me. Grok knows things like that. Give me James Wayne and you date hyper liquid addresses. Let's see. Because previously I had it here in this browser window, but my computer restarted and closed everything here. And as you see, I use private tabs. Which one is it? This one is probably James Wynn. Yes, I remember that already. It's quite spectacular. I mean, to go from $76 million into negative to minus, I mean, negative 22 million. That's definitely something. And this hyperliquid address, no, that's a lie. It is confirmed. Okay, so let's do it like this. Yes, and double D. Maybe like this. I had it before, so he's lying to me. To be honest, Grok 4.1 is, you see, now he knows. He just told me he doesn't know, and now he, out of a sudden, he knows. Go like this. Previous Grok 4 Fast, I think that was the name of it. Grok 4 or Beta or something like that. It was much better than this 4.1. This 4.1 is hallucinating way too much. Anyway, yeah. So it was literally this account. So he opened a trade, got liquidated again. Oh, but he paid in a little bit more of. I mean, he refilled his depot, as you see. Total value 60,411. Per equity $446. So not really very impressive for a multi-millionaire. But it was just funny. It was just a funny thing. Guys, don't forget about subscribing to the channel. If you have any questions, of course, ask me. And guys, tomorrow, very important information. Tomorrow, I'm going to select one happy winner among the high-tech holders. I will choose one hodler. I mean, randomly, completely randomly. I will ask Grok to pick a number, literally, from 0 to 46 because or 47, because there is only 47 holders with enough of high tech that is required. 0.1 high tech is required in order to be taken into consideration. And then to the lucky winner, I will send one whole high tech. So right now, as you see, it sits at almost $77. 1 out of 47 for now. If you join, it will be 1 out of 48 people. So 1 in 48 to win $77. I think the deal is crazy good. And of course, if you don't want to hodl high tech, then you can just sell it right after I announce the winner here. So you need to have it only for Friday. So for depending on your time zone for tomorrow or for today. And my time zone is already today. I'm already in Friday. So if you're not in Friday yet, don't worry. Everything's fine. If the world still exists in Friday, jump in. Yeah, but supposed to have it open here, and I don't know why it disappeared. Okay, let me open it. Yeah, so okay, 81 hodlers. So yeah, 48 people, I imagine. Oh, it's here, holders. Let's show more rows, and where the first starts that satisfies the requirement of 0.1 high tech. This one. So, okay, so there's 50, but I've got two addresses. One is votes of 47. So yeah, so if you join, it will be 48. If more people join, then it will be a slightly larger number, but probably not exceeding 60. I'll be surprised if there is more than 60 to choose from. So yeah, I don't know of any other lottery that gives you a chance that big, even to win a small amount, such as $77. So maybe just maybe it's worth it. Give it a try, especially that you can sell it literally the minute after it's over. So yeah, so here it looks like the market is trying to recover a little bit. And by the way, if you're curious, I live stream every single day, mostly even twice a day, sometimes even thrice a day. So if you like the format, if you're vibing with me here, then maybe it's worth it to actually give it a subscribe. Yeah, so this one is trying to do something, as you see. It very well could be the end of this move, of this downward move, because I mean sooner or later, market makers will want to go and cash it in, right? And grab all of that liquidity that sits above the price, because just coming back to $100,412, they will scoop up $3 billion. That's not a trivial amount of money, let's be honest, right? So yeah. Okay, so that'll be it for now. And like I said, I will be live streaming sometime soon, like within few hours probably again, and we'll see what the day brings, and how can I comment on that. So far, I like how the altcoin market reacts to what has happened. It like I said, it finally grew some spine, some backbone, and it it should be that way. It should show more and more backbone. And first week of December, actually, not even 1st of December, but first week of December, we should start to see very serious signs of start of an outcome season. So yeah, I think just wait a little bit. Just wait. I mean, before you throw in the towel, just wait until the end of first week of December, and then you decide. I think it will be much smarter to do it that way. So